to a new vlog. Today's vlog is our Disneyland Paris haul. We picked up quite a few really lovely bits and things that I've had my eye on for a while, so let's jump in. Firstly, you have to excuse how I sound. It's like the first of the season's cold has like attacked me this weekend, so not ideal that I sound all bunged up, but it's really the only time that I've had to get this done. A lot of their items do focus around the Disneyland Hotel, and they are like specific to that. And one of the first things that I picked up was this, which is the Rapunzel mirror, and it's what's featured in the Disneyland Hotel rooms. Now, I had two big things on my wish list. It was this mirror and it was the Disneyland Paris clock. Now, sadly, the clock was sold out and it didn't come back at all the time that we were there. But the mirror, they had plenty of stock, so I was really happy to pick this one up. I had no idea, like going into it, what the price was, but this was €69. It's in a really nice, like, packaged box. Like, a lot of the merch that you can pick up is all in like the same theme, but let me show you the actual mirror itself. Other than seeing yourself and my camera set up, hopefully you can appreciate the mirror. At the top it's got the sun, and then going around the outside you've got Rapunzel's hair. Now, in terms of the material, it's hard to describe. It's not quite as feeling as like a plastic, but kind of like a wood effect plastic. Like, it feels sturdy, like it's quite heavy. I don't know what material I was expecting it to be really, but that's how it looks. And then on the back, you've got like a picture frame hook in order to hang it. So we just need to figure out where this is going to go in the house, but I'm so glad I was able to get a hold of this one. We did pick up this new print, and this is like a line pencil drawing of the Disneyland Hotel with, you know, big entrance clock that is all so familiar, and in the windows it's got all of the princesses like just hanging out, and Aladdin and Jasmine up in the top corner there. This one was priced at €40, and we can't wait to get this on the gallery wall that we've got set up, which I will show you because we did purchase some other prints which are already on the wall. We did pick up this Disneyland Hotel pin. The pin is in a bronze and it's so lovely. It really feels like really good quality. It's quite like a sturdy pin. Can't remember the price of this one. It was from the yellow range, which I think is between 10 and €15, but I really like this one. Sadly, no specific Disneyland Hotel magnets though. Now, from the room, each guest gets a pair of the Disneyland Hotel slippers, and these are actually quite nice quality. I love that they have the name of the hotel embroidered on the front, which normally if you were to get like slippers in a hotel, it is just the sort of cheap travel slippers and never really the effort of the embroidery. So that's a really nice touch. For the duration of the stay, we were also able to use the robes as well, and they were lovely. It would be nice if they were available to purchase actually, because they were really nice quality as well. There were quite a few other like freebies that were in the room as well. So we came back one of the evenings to this, which I wasn't sure what it was. It's got the ribbon with the fleur-de-lis print all over it, and on the inside it was a bunch of character autographs. So we had Cinderella, Jasmine, Mickey, Aurora, Prince Philip, Pluto, Minnie and Goofy. So that was quite a nice touch in the room. Because it was my birthday when we visited, I also had this birthday card, which is make a wish or 3. You never know, they may come true. Happy birthday. Each night with the turn down service, we found these on the bed, and this is a little bit of background in French and English around one of the Disney princesses. So we stayed for 2 nights, so we had a Moana one and we had a Beauty and the Beast themed one. This one was on the first night, so I'm assuming that they are themed to the rooms, and again, the longer you stay, the more that they will add those into your room. So that was a very nice touch. And on check-in, you should receive this fairy tale guide booklet. We didn't actually receive ours at check-in and we're given it afterwards, but this is quite a nice little booklet. It's a nice keepsake from the stay, and it's got everything you need to know about the hotel, including some nice artwork and just talking about the facilities at the hotel, etc. But it's a really nice presentation there. We also had this laid out on the desk, and it was just some little stationery bits. So here they had a nice note card, and then in this folder they have some paper branded with the hotel and some envelopes as well to go with the Disneyland Hotel pen. That's just a fancy biro, but yeah, that's always a nice little keepsake, and we'll add this into our memory box. Next up, I picked up the Disneyland Hotel sweater, and this is in a gorgeous creamy colour with gold embroidery. I picked this up in a size large because I wanted it slightly oversized, but they had a good selection of all different sizes. This was €70. Now I know it's not the most practical of colour really, is it? But it is lovely, and again it's got the clock design on the front. At some point I'm going to have to get my hands on that clock because it's so lovely. It's a really nice quality, really soft, and I love that embroidered design on the front. And the final thing for the Disneyland Hotel was our photo pass picture, and this was from the My Royal Dream experience that I signed up for. There were lots of pictures available on the photo pass, and you could pick one to be printed, which comes in this really nice decorative frame. We picked this one because it was just something a little bit different, and the pose that we were doing was, yeah, slightly different from some of the usual pictures that we have. Really loved the photo pass photographer actually as part of this experience. He was fab and had us doing like all kinds of fun, albeit a little cheesy, but so it's nice to actually have a printed photo to bring home with you. We picked up this magnet, and this magnet is of the Curious Labyrinth, which we call and have forever nicknamed it Treasure Cat Maze, because this was Oscar's favourite attraction when he was tiny, and when he wasn't so keen on the rides, he loved exploring the maze. He couldn't quite pronounce Cheshire Cat, so it was always Treasure Cat, and therefore Treasure Cat Maze. This was €5, and we also bought the print to match. The other prints that we bought to frame were the Disneyland Park print and the Walt Disney Studios print, as well as the Treasure Cat print. And we are slowly starting to build out a bit of a gallery wall on another wall of the house. Like, I know some people have commented previously on the art gallery wall that we have with the princess pictures. Now this was just another one that we wanted, and that's kind of filled with our prints from Disneyland Paris, Walt Disney World and Disney Cruise. The second pin that we purchased was also this Mrs. Potts and Chip pin. Now I have always said that Oscar is my little Chip, and Mrs. Potts and Chip is quite special to us for that reason. And because the room we were ultimately placed in was the Beauty and the Beast theme room, I thought it was a nice way to kind of commemorate that bit of the trip and the room that we had. We have these tubes that were collected from the annual pass party. There's nothing special inside these, just the rolled up map of the programme of the events for the annual pass party, and it's in that time capsule to reflect the Back to the 2000s theme. Now, as someone who feels that the 2000s was only like 5 years ago, I don't think we quite need a time capsule for this yet, but it's my personal view. On this trip we bumped into a couple, Ivo and Joelle, who I've been chatting to on Instagram for a while. They picked me up this birthday bar of chocolate, and it says happy birthday Annie, so they've had it personalised for me. Now how lovely is that? Thank you to you both. It was so nice to meet you in person after all this time, but this was really special and I can't wait to dig into it. Now the next few items are reflective of Oscar currently going through his big Lego phase. Now, some of the Lego sets you're able to use the annual pass discount, and our friends very kindly purchased these for us. And so we've got a couple of these sets with the 10% discount applied. I think these were about €15 each. So we've got the Marvel Hulk set, we've got the Spider-Man Venom set, we've got the Marvel Rocket set, and we've got the Marvel Iron Man set. So we will pop a couple of these away for Oscar. He has built a couple, this one being the first. He just loves the minifigures as well, so he was really happy that these come with those minifigures. The biggie that we picked up from the Lego shop, which sadly didn't have the 10% discount applied, was this set. So this is the Lego Ideas Brought to Life Nightmare Before Christmas set. Now, if you've been following along with us for a while, Nightmare Before Christmas is absolutely like mine and Pete's thing. Like, we've always been such big fans, and a lot of our decorative pieces dotted around the house, specifically like Halloween or Christmas themed, are Nightmare Before Christmas. So this one was perfect. Now, I posted this on Instagram and I've had a lot of comments with people quite surprised, but I've never built a Lego set before. So this was my first one. So I've gone in hard, and it's quite tricky at times, but I really like the methodical and logical approach, like with all the instruction. Like, I don't know why I've never done it before, because I actually just found, we were doing it yesterday, and I just found that it was so like peaceful almost and calming, just building this thing and not being able to go wrong because of the instructions and things. But it's such a cool set. It has so many minifigures with it. So it's got Jack, Sally, the mayor, who's my favourite, Sandy Claus in the bathtub, Lock, Shock and Barrel, Zero. It's got little wreaths. It's got like spooky elements. Like, I love the sort of mausoleum with the countdown to Christmas. It is actually amazing. So this will definitely be on display over this spooky season and as we go into Christmas, but I love it. I'm really happy with this. Now, this was very kindly a gift from my mom to me. She gave me some money to buy something frivolous. This was the most frivolous thing I thought I could buy, and we have had such a great time building it so far. I can't wait to see it finished. I absolutely could not finish this vlog without coming in as like the future self to point out that I got the clock. So if you watched the series, I might have referenced the clock because it was like #1 on the must-have purchases, and it wasn't available, and I was sad. But my lovely friend Nicole, on her most recent trip to Disneyland Paris, she got the goods for me. So massive thank you, Nicole. It is so beautiful. You have to see the detail. Look at that. You've got Tink on the top and it does spin round. And then all of the actual detail, like those pink tiles, like this is just how I want my house. Mickey. And it's just beautiful, absolutely beautiful. So that's like the size comparison next to Cogsy. And then the final thing that we picked up was something that I'd seen on Instagram ahead of the trip, and I was like, oh, I didn't quite know how I felt about it. But then when I saw it in person, I actually fell in love, and it's this cardigan, which you might have seen. So they do a red and a white version. The red version is Minnie and the white version is Mickey. And it is like pricey. It was €100, but it is the nicest. It's a wool, it's like a knit fabric, but it's not that itchy wool because like my skin would absolutely not tolerate that. So it's really soft and it's really cozy. And it's 3D, and that was the bit that originally put me off when I saw it because I just thought it was a bit odd, if I'm honest. But then the more I saw people like walking around with it, the more I was like, do you know what, that's really nice. I think I'm actually just going to try it on. I tried it on and I actually fell in love. and we had a bit of a debate as to do I get the cream one with Mickey or the red one with Minnie, and again that sort of cream white fabric is a bit risky, isn't it? So I went for this one. Let me try it on because you have to kind of see it, I think, to appreciate it. So is this not the most gorgeous thing ever? So the 3D elements, you've got the Mickey hand, you've got Minnie with her dress on, you've got another Mickey hand over here, and then there's not quite as 3D, but you have bows and a Minnie head and another bow, and it's got buttons up the front. So I did get this again in a slightly larger size because I wanted it a little bit oversized, especially as we're coming into like the winter months. I just wanted like a really like cute cozy cardigan, and I just absolutely love it. Like, I just think it's adorable, and like I say, it's not itchy, it just feels so soft. I love it, absolutely love it. So yes, it was a pricey purchase, but I think it's something that I'm just going to have for years and years and years and just get a lot of wear out of it. So that was everything that we picked up, and I think because this trip was my birthday trip, I was very like kindly had some like birthday money from people, and yeah, I spent it wisely. So thanks again for watching. Hope you enjoyed this vlog, and we'll see you in the next one. Bye!